Willie Davis played at Central Arkansas, and that was just his second touchdown catch of this year, 41 yards from Mitchell. That was a drive kept alive twice by penalties on Birmingham that gave the Thunder first downs. This ball dribbled ahead, and the play is blown dead.
I think he kicked the ball before the referee signaled the ball ready for play.
Okay. Tom White is the boss here. We'll find out.
Number 3 down. We just got to stay lit. Because when they're in trouble now, they're going to do that.
There is no kickoff. The ball fell off the tee. We blew the whistle to kill the play before he kicked it. We'll reset it. Please reset the stadium clock to 7 minutes, 28 seconds.
No wonder it was a funny-looking kick.
Well,
he did a great job to hit that the way he did.
Well, they should be able. These guys played soccer all their lives. You know, they're not football. They're soccer players. You know, they should be able, they should have to dribble it and kick it. You know?
Did you ever talk to kickers when you were coaching? Did you talk to your kickers?
No, I introduced myself and this. Yeah, sure you do. Sure you do. And I think it's important that that the kicker be incorporated in the team. The best kickers always are.
To the flat on the hot route, so I just set my.
It's amazing when quarterbacks make big plays or anybody makes a big play, they love to explain it to you after. Say, yeah, I saw this, and the guy wiggled his left ear, and so I threw it to the right side.
Well, we may be here a while as they try to get the stadium clock reset to the proper time.
I don't think it matters.
Well, if you saw that time, 72 minutes and 80 seconds, I think it's going to feel like that to Chan Gailey in Birmingham.
Well, it's, you know, I have really been impressed with Scott Mitchell, the progress he's made through this year. You think he'll go back to Miami instead of saying, I want to be second-string quarterback? You don't think he's going to go back and say, maybe I ought to be first? No. Dan Marino.
Our friend Dan Marino, yeah.
Scott will know better than that, huh?
Bennett gets a good kick away. And this will be a chance for Eddie Britton to run one out. He's brought down the near side. Boy, a nice special teams tackle there by Joe Howard Johnson, who's doing everything in this first half tonight, almost as much as Michael Barquet.
Can't do enough, though, Ted. The buses in Orlando this spring tinged with that lime green. One for every win that the Thunder has. There are 9 because they've won 9, including the tiebreaker game preseason. But if this game keeps going the way it's been, they're going to have 10 buses going around. Take me to the Omni, please.
Another fair cheater. Did you notice that?
I didn't know they had 10 buses in Orlando.
Chan Gailey's telling Mike Norseth, you know, we can get 29 points here in this quarter. Oh, no, he's coming back. So are we.
They wouldn't take me.
There's only one place on earth, one place where you'll find laughs and thrills and great music for every member of your family. Opryland, USA. For all we have to see and do, call today.
They're tiny portraits of a people with personalities as varied as our own. They sing of our heroes, echo with our history. There are as many reasons to love stamps as there are people who love them. These are stamps worth saving. Ask for the space stamps at your post office now.
At the first tickly itch of athlete's foot, Desonex, do not stall. Desonex intercepts athlete's foot before it turns ugly, killing those grungy fungi before they get cracking and burning. All you hard chargers, Desonex knows you. Stall no longer, please. There's a can at the store with your salvation in it. Come get it, or else don't blame Desonex.
Strike. Counter-Strike. An all-new season on USA. Saturday at 6.
That The Citrus Bowl in Orlando with John Robinson and Michael Barkan and our outstanding production crew on USA Network. Ted Robinson. And Orlando leading 29-0. This has been a big deal. The World League is focused fervently on this game the last 2 weeks. Jerry Venesi of the World League has been here trying to drum up more interest in Orlando, and they've got a nice crowd, an enthusiastic crowd tonight.
Now, this is the crowd they were looking for all season, and they've got it, and they're putting on a great show for them.
Forseth is struggling. Incomplete to Elroy Harris, and he is now 4 out of 12.
Well, it's again, it's that thing of having to do things that you're just not comfortable with.
Birmingham's given up more points in a quarter and a half tonight than they have in any game in their 2-year history. Four-man rush. And the pass incomplete. Intended for Boyer, who last week caught 13 passes in Ohio. Single game record.
I can't get the wheel call when they got 0. Okay, Mike, let's go with orange left, hot 628 wheel switch.
One thing, John Gailey's composure has been very impressive during this.
Well, he's doing everything he can to try to establish some sort of a rhythm. Again, he's got that 5 receivers, no backs.
Third down and 10. Up the sideline. Line drive pass off the fingertips of Kirkpatrick. Kevin Gidry covering for Orlando. So 3 downs and out. And the Fire's punt team back on the field.
Well, again, you know, ball's just off fingertips. Again, that's a tight end running up the field just without the kind of ability to stretch out and make that kind of play. And so the ball ticks off his fingertips. I think if I were Chan, I'd kind of go back to a normal offense and just see if he gets one more chance in this half, see if he could punch one in.
Well, we'll get into that Sean Moore in a moment. That's one of the more intriguing stories of this World League season. Maggio almost had that blocked. It may have been partially tipped. The ball does get a better roll for Birmingham and will trickle down inside the 45-yard line of Orlando. But still great field position for the Thunder to start in a first half that has belonged to them.
USA Reservations, how can I help you?
Hi, how are you?
2 to Washington, please.
After you.
Yours, sir.
Thanks.
You're traveling light?
Did you have fun flying?
Yeah. You enjoy your flight with USA? Now boarding to Orlando.
Thank you for flying on US Air.
You'll hear one word again and again from the people of US Air.
What's better for you?
For one very good reason.
Everything we do.
Do it.
USA.
You go to gate 10.
Thanks very much.
Introducing Tire Foam from Armor All. One spray, and even old tires look great. Kind of makes you wish we made car foam, doesn't it? New Tire Foam from Armor All. Just spray, walk away.
Orlando with the ball, and field position has been such a dramatic difference in this game. The Thunder starting from their 45 here. Birmingham's best starting point has been its own 22-yard line.
Okay.
And Mitchell gives the ball inside to Darryl Clack, who drives it across midfield.
That guy must have lost a bet somewhere to have to wear that uniform.
Okay. Hut.
Second down and 4. And Clack got hit behind the line there. Brought down for a loss. Tony Bowick back in the game after an early injury tonight. So is Rick Cunningham, by the way, who was hurt early in the game for Orlando. He's back on their offensive line as well.
Third and 6.
And the Thunder trying to go again with the no huddle on 3rd down and 6. Here comes another blitz. Mitchell gets it away, and this is picked by Junior Jackson. Looking for a lateral. No help, though, but Birmingham nonetheless gets the ball on the turnover inside the Orlando 40. Oh, and there's a personal foul now. Did it occur before or after the interception? That's the question.
I think if it's on the quarterback, it's going to be, the ball's going to come back, it's going to be. Okay. It'll be Orlando's ball.
Wow. Otis Moore, the man that may have been the offender.
You think Coach Bell out of declined this penalty just to make the game competitive?
Passer, number 71 defense, floated ahead, 15 yards.
Wow. Well, we'll see.
Get a look at it. You know,
I would.
Technically, that's a correct call. He did strike him in the face. But it's so hard for a lineman rushing the passer, trying to get his hands up to defend against the pass, to try to block the pass, and his hands just go into that direction.
Here, by the book, that is, but sometimes the book needs to be replaced by some common sense. The other part more that hit the quarterback were his hands.
Well, I think he had to make that call.
Going for the big strike. Oh, right through the hands of Grannis Bell. Wow, Mitchell put that right on the money.
Yeah, and it was a line shot. He was running out of room in the back of the end zone, so he put more drive on that football, more like a 2-iron rather than much air under the ball. And watch this ball come hard in there. He should have made this catch. That ball did come with some real speed on it.
Well, that's right.
You see, that ball he never got his hands on it. It hit him in the wrist. And your fingers and your hands have to make first contact with the ball if you're going to catch it.
No, white corner.
4 wideouts, 2nd and 10. Mitchell sees a blitz coming. And they run out of time. Mitchell saw a blitz coming. He was trying to adjust, and Orlando ran out of time, so they'll lose 5 yards.
No, you're not. No.
He was confused from the beginning. They were trying to talk to each other during that play. Time just ran out on him.
All you have to do is move Darrow up in that gap and go. Yeah, we shouldn't have to say anything. Darrow should move up and let's go.
Here we go.
Orlando regrouping. We'll be back in a moment.
On the left.
This year, the Lake Edna Players present the Wild West Review. Tonight, director Lauren Clark tried to motivate her cast of cowboys with new KFC honey barbecue chicken.
Fried chicken glazed in a special sauce with a touch of honey.
The chicken was unbelievable, as were a few of the performances.
Try the 2-piece honey barbecue roundup meal, just $2.99, or the 8-piece meal, just $9.99 for a limited time in Lake Edna or your neck of the woods.
And Orlando just hitting another big pass play. 19 yards from Mitchell to Joe Howard-Johnson. Good catch for Howard-Johnson. First down, 22-yard line. Inside, it's Clack. And right now, Orlando's able to get a few more yards inside than you would expect against that Birmingham defense.
Well, they've got them spread out now, and they've got them back on their heels. There's not enough to establish an offense running inside, but it certainly keeps them honest. They're moving down for more points and more importantly, using up most of this half.
Green!
Down to 3.5 minutes in the half. John Brantley, all-World League backer. He's the quarterback on defense.
Okay!
Darryl Clack runs it inside, and that'll be 1st and goal for Orlando. James Henry on the tackle.
Orlando's coming off the ball and just giving the runner about an extra 2 feet from where he can make the nice cutback run.
Hey, John, caught up in all of the hoopla for Orlando's passing game, people forget they have the 2 most experienced NFL running backs in the league in Clack and Vick.
And they use them in tandem pretty well.
1st and goal, 7-yard line.
Darryl Clack, the ball carrier.
And Darryl Clack punches it down inside the 5. Oh, that is a lonely spot. Chan Gailey stands in right now. He's got to feel like the spotlight's all on him.
Yeah, and as this game goes on, you'll notice there won't be anybody standing next to him either. They all start disappearing from around the head coach.
54.
Roger Vick inside. And he is going to be down just shy of the goal line.
Well, they're making that consistent game. It's the backside of the Birmingham defense that isn't closing down fast enough to stop that cutback run. Every time he's run the football, he's made that cutback, and it's...
That gets us to 2 minutes to play in the first half. Orlando punishing the Fire, trying to add to the lead.
Will our new Lightning blade actually make your job as easy as this? Well, Lightning stays sharp longer, cuts easier than the blade you're using, or your money back.
Where can you use the Players Club card? Las Vegas, Atlantic City, the Caribbean, on cruise ships. Sometimes you just need to get away from it, all right? But these days, you got to be smart about it. With a Players Club card, you save 50% off your room, 25% off food and drinks, up to 50% off shows. The Players Club card. Have some fun the smart way.
New members get 2 free nights in Las Vegas or Atlantic City when the club books their flights. Call toll-free right now. There's no obligation.
To me, when a woman sweats, it just isn't sexy.
Of course a guy's gonna sweat sometimes, but when you're close, who wants a guy that smells?
Get closer with Arid Extra Extra Dry, the anti-odor antiperspirant.
I trust Arid.
This is not what you want in a shave. Now you've got the edge with 6 rich lubricants. For less irritation, you've got the edge.
The Orlando Thunder just inches away from adding to an already imposing lead that they've put on in the first half of a playoff game. And nobody on that sideline could ever have anticipated this happening in a playoff game.
No, and it's, again, though, two big plays at the start of the game. The big pass and then the punt return really pretty much decided it.
Oh, there's a good play by the Birmingham defense. They stopped Vick on 3rd down and goal. Arthur Hunter leading the surge, and it was a goal line stand by Birmingham last week that helped save their playoff clinching win at Ohio.
Here's the helmet cam. Arthur Hunter coming off the corner. Nobody blocks him. Makes an excellent tackle. You see how you could see with the camera right into the man's hip. That's the way you're supposed to tackle.
And now Tracy Bennett on 4th down, trying a 19-yard field goal. Birmingham blocked one of these in the 4th quarter last week, but not there. So Bennett puts it through from 19 yards, tacking 3 on to the lead. And it's now 32-0. You know, John, I imagine that right now you're pretty darn happy you're not coaching anymore, because I imagine you can identify greatly with what Chan Gailey and his coaches are experiencing.
Yeah, and, you know, and the worst thing, just the simple things that you normally are so confident about begin to fail you. You get so you can't get out of your own way, but it's a terrible feeling, particularly in such an important game. This is the biggest game of the year. These people have done a great job to get in the playoffs, and they find themselves just unable to compete tonight. If they played this game again tomorrow night, it'd probably be a very close game, but it's certainly not at the moment.
You know, John, we took a look earlier at Sean Moore. Now, we've seen Mike Norseth, quarterback for Birmingham, all year. Sean Moore was the runner-up for the Heisman Trophy 2 years ago in Virginia. The Denver Broncos sent him to the World League specifically to play for Chan Gailey here in Birmingham in the hopes that he would get needed experience to perhaps be the backup to John Elway. He's taken 1 snap from center all year. I mean, you don't know what Chan Gailey's thinking, but could you ever conceive of a scenario whereby they may turn to him tonight?
Well, you know, it really wouldn't be fair. He's not prepared. He hasn't had the opportunity to play, so, you know, it's putting him in a position that's pretty negative for him. Not that anybody in the game isn't in a pretty negative position right now.
Eddie Brinton will be out across the 30. And that's the incredible contrast between Mitchell, who's gained the needed experience and played so well for Orlando, and Sean Moore, who has not been able to play for Birmingham. On Tuesday, Kirk Douglas tries to rescue his psychic son from The Fury. Andrew Stevens co-stars in the USA movie The Fury, Tuesday night at 9 Eastern, 8 Central on USA. Now Birmingham starting from their 31 now. 1:16 to play in the half. They have all 3 timeouts. And the fire continues in that 5-receiver alignment. Underneath hit. Eddie Britton bumped once and then finished off at the 32. So the play is good for a yard. Dean Witkowski out of North Dakota.
Let's go with orange right, hot 269 fin flat.
269 fin flat.
Other side.
269 fin flat.
Point of mine.
269, Billy. 269.
Yeah.
Down.
Chan Gailey still coaching, and he's got to do some coaching at halftime. Trying to keep 36 guys awake and alert and inspired. Norset's awake. Boy, nice job. He turns a big loss into a gain of 4.
Well, that was a great job by Mike, keeping his people alive.
Birmingham timeout, 35 seconds as they try to get on the board before halftime.
Welcome back to Sega Sports. David Robinson's revolutionizing the game with 24 new digitized moves. He says, give me the rock, baby.
David Robinson's Supreme Court Basketball from Sega Genesis.
David's a glass eater. Wow! Dipsy-doo, Dunkaroo.
David's been sensational. Let's go to the locker room.
David, is it really true that you're...
It's true. I'm digitized.
David's awesome, baby, with a capital A.
Think fast. Boxing's up next.
Chan Gailey watching his team. He may turn to John Robinson for a little inspiration at halftime.
There's no reason it shouldn't be.
First, we have a 3rd down play coming up here for Birmingham. 3rd down and 3. And Norset goes deep to Eddie Britton. And Britton winds up having to break up a potential interception by Malcolm Frank. And that'll bring up 4th down now for the Fire.
Well, it's a terrible thing to do now. I think he's got to go for it on 4th down, but if he doesn't make it and he is going for it, there's that risk that they can put another 7 points on the scoreboard going the other way.
What difference does that make now?
Absolutely. He's got to do something to get this thing turned around a little bit.
He needs to act. 38-yard line, 4th down. They need 3. 28 seconds in the half.
Orlando had to take timeout. They were confused about personnel.
Orlando, that's their first charge timeout. 40-second timeout.
I was going to say, John, that you were an assistant coach at USC in 1974, playing your arch rivals from Notre Dame. Your team was down 24-0, I think about a minute before halftime.
That's right, and not too different a set of circumstances than this. We snuck a touchdown in, and then at halftime, John McKay said, we got to make something happen here. Anthony Davis ran the kickoff back in the second half for a touchdown, and we scored 55 straight points. So something has to happen to spark you when you're this far down, and certainly that was a memorable game. Not for the Fighting Irish, however.
Anthony Davis scored 6 touchdowns that day.
Ara Parseghian's last game.
I think that might have been the last time USC beat Notre Dame, John.
No, that is not true, Ted. That is not true. And you know that's not.
Down!
4th down. It's a long 3. Norset was trying to draw him off, and instead he quick kicks the ball. Well, he tried to draw them offside. When that didn't work, he quick kicks the ball down inside the 10-yard line. Now Birmingham trying to tackle the football away. And brought down Mike Nettles inside the 10.
Well, that was a very well done play and a great kick. I don't think it's going to net them much. Orlando will be happy to sit on the ball and go in at halftime 32-0, which is pretty tough.
Now coming up, our Budweiser halftime report features Mike Barkan with an insightful look at how Olympic Stadium in Montreal prepares for next week's visit for World Bowl. We also have highlights of the first half, not many of which will please the Birmingham fans. Like Norset was having a little choice words with One of the Orlando defenders on his way off the field. Can't kneel with the football in the World League. You have to move it forward, so Mitchell takes the snap and goes ahead to gain a couple, but that will end the first half. And the Orlando Thunder go to their locker room right into the face of their fans. No, not yet. Not yet. We have a timeout taken at 5 seconds. Birmingham, one of the defenders called a timeout. You see Chan Gailey's reaction to that.
Well, every once in a while, that's what defensive linemen do. They jump up and say, oh, my God, got to take a timeout. That's why they're defensive linemen for those kind of decisions. But
well, what is this feeling going to be like in the Birmingham locker room? How is Chan Gailey trying to keep these people inspired?
Well, I don't think they're definitely not inspired now, so it's not a question of keeping them inspired. You know, I think the biggest thing you have to do is, first of all, get everybody to relax. You know, everybody there is jittery. There's a depression type feeling. When things are going bad, it's the jitters that hit you first. You get nervous, and you get that feeling in the pit of your stomach. Almost to have a sense of relaxation and say, hey, gang, you know, let's just have some fun and go out here and see if we can get something to happen. Obviously, a pretty tough task.
A great response from the Orlando fans. A very classy man, Chan Gailey, now with Mike Barkan.
Chan, what are you going to do second half? Because you guys, 32-0, that's a tough lead to overcome.
Yeah, it is. But if they score 32, we can score 32. You know, that's what I'm going to go tell the team. You know, I don't like it. We botched everything you can botch in the first half. We got to go try to regroup. And I can't let them die. That's my job.
They look beat right now. Can you breathe that fire into them?
I doubt they'll quit. I don't believe they will.
Any chance of seeing Sean Moore in their second half?
That'll have to be determined later on.
All right. Thanks, Chan. Ted?
Chan Gailey, the Birmingham coach. Very, very classy man to stop and talk at a difficult time.
Absolutely. And you see what greatness in coaching is. Sometimes it's handling the negative as well as handling the positive. There's a man with a lot of class and a man who knows how to coach this game.
We'll be back with our Budweiser halftime report from Orlando in just a moment.
To say it, show it, or share it instantly, nothing works like Polaroid.
Here's highlights from the Fleer NBA championship game. Mitchell spins to Charles Smith. He's airborne and jams it from three-point land. Alley-oop to Bowie, over to Ellison, a monster dunk. Fleer, a game in every pack.
Capture all the excitement of Fleer NBA basketball cards with Fleer's new starter set. This one-of-a-kind collector's tin is filled with 15 packs of cards, and it can be yours for only $10.99. To order, call 1-800-848-9000.
This quality adjustable bed costs 50% less than these 3 quality flatbeds. 50% less. Yet Craftmatic offers these advantages over flatbeds. First, it adjusts electrically at the touch of a button, so you can read in bed, watch TV in bed, snack, chat on the phone, do a crossword puzzle, and relax and sleep in wonderful comfort. Plus, if you suffer from low back pain or edema or swelling of the legs, unlike any ordinary flatbed, an adjustable bed may temporarily provide relief. Call toll-free to receive this free adjustable bed catalog by mail. Get the facts about the adjustable bed that costs 50% less than all 3 of these quality flatbeds. 50% less. Call for your free catalog now.
Call toll-free 1-800-231-6600. That's 1-800-231-6600. Call toll-free 1-800-231-6600.
The Budweiser Halftime Report is brought to you by Budweiser, the king of beers. With that clean, crisp, cold taste, nothing beats a Bud.
A lot of folks here in Orlando starting to get their passports ready for a trip to Montreal. The winner of this game heads to Olympic Stadium for next week's World Bowl. Our Michael Barquette had a chance to visit Montreal this week and check up on preparations for the game.
London's Wembley Stadium, site of World Bowl 91. The World League's inaugural championship proved a resounding success as more than 61,000 fans watched the London Monarchs emerge victorious. This year, World Bowl 92 travels to Montreal, Canada, an international city with a European flair and home to the Olympic Stadium.
Montreal hosted the '76 Olympics. It's had other huge events here. They know how to put on world-scale events, and it's only an hour flight from New York City. Most people aren't aware of that, so it really has a European flair, and that's one of the important criteria we had in selecting it.
Back in 1976, Montreal played host to the world in the Summer Olympic Games. But if you'll remember, Stade Olympique not quite ready when the athletes came to town. Well, the World Bowl organizers hope to avoid the same fate when their showcase game comes to Olympic Stadium next Saturday night. Come on inside, I'll show you what I mean. This is the dugout for the Montreal Expos, and that is the problem in our story. Baseball. Right now they're setting up for a Genesis concert here at the stadium, but the night before the World Bowl, the Expos play a home game, not just one, a twilight doubleheader. And it's going to take some time for them to turn the stadium from baseball to football. But there's one man who says he can do it. The man behind this promise, Réal Desjardins of the new Montreal Machine. Now, what's the biggest problem that you have to contend with to set up for the World Bowl?
I think we end up with a very tight schedule to pass from baseball configuration to football configuration. Everybody is scheduled to work starting at 11 o'clock at night, so and to finish the next day at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
I've got work to do. This conversion may sound simple, but the seemingly endless list of tasks under normal circumstances takes close to 17 hours to complete. For Real's team, the pressure will most certainly be on. 2-minute offense, and Real's got to get the ball in the end zone. I mean, what kind of a player is he? What kind of a team does he bring to the field?
Well, he's a general out there, and he can really take it in when it counts, and there's no questioning his ability to react and respond under pressure.
How do you feel before going into a situation like this?
Well, we have dedicated personnel, and I'm sure that they will work harder to make sure that we end up with the best situation as possible.
You sure you're not nervous? Well, the World League, Montreal, and Real are all confident that it can and will be done. Let's just hope the Expos don't go extra innings.
We never miss an opening here.
World Bowl 92. We'll see you next Saturday night right here on USA Network.
Sharp.
What you need.
Sharp.
What you need in business today is
Sharp. Sharp thinking about business.
It gives you the world's first desktop
Color Facts.
Color Facts.
Sharp. Sharp.
And high-resolution VGA notebook computers that fit in your briefcase.
Sharp. Sharp thinking.
It created the high-performance Master Series copier and our most powerful Wizard electronic organizer.
Sharp thinking.
To be innovative in business, you need
Sharp thinking about business.
There's only one place on earth, one place where you'll find laughs and thrills and great music for every member of your family. Opryland, USA. For all we have to see and do, call today.
This summer in Barcelona, 12 of our best men will be bound by a common past, a common goal, and a common thread. Champion is proud to have been chosen to make the uniform for America's team. Because we understand, too, it takes a little more to make a champion.
What? You gotta be kidding me! Have you ever wanted to call the plays? Well, now's your chance because you're the coach. Play the game. Make the big calls. Be the game-winning coach. Call now. You can show the coaches how to do it. Use your best strategy to win the big game. You call the plays.
Now that's how to call a play.
If you know football, call 1-900-773-2255. $2.69 per minute. Adults only.
Orlando leading 32-0 at the half, and there's a great tradition in golf called a mulligan, and I'm sure Chan Gailey about 3 minutes into this game was hoping he could have called and taken that mulligan right up the bat.
Absolutely. You just don't expect that kind of thing to happen. And once it starts happening, it's hard to get it stopped. And again, the worst thing for Birmingham is they can't play in this kind of a game. They need the game close and tight, and they just can't score points quickly.
It began with a punt that Orlando downed inside the 5, and Norseth tried to throw a pass out of the end zone and paid the price.
Again, he didn't have anybody open, and the protection fell apart, and boom, they're down 2-0, and it's going to get a lot worse very fast.
And Cilio and Willie Wyatt combined. Orlando took the free kick, moved into Birmingham territory, and Mitchell went deep.
Well, you see Scott Mitchell scrambling. Watch him fake the run, then throw, and he throws with about 6 inches behind the line of scrimmage, on the run, kind of sidearm, with great accuracy to Joe Howard Johnson, who had about as good a half of football as you could possibly have.
That made it 9-0. Birmingham went 3 downs and out, and a low line drive punt by Kirk Maggio cost Birmingham.
Yeah, it was a very low. You can see Johnson coming up the field immediately, going right past the Birmingham coverage. Now he's loose in the secondary.
And those were 2 touchdowns within about 2 minutes by Howard Johnson that made it 16-0.
And here was really the backbreaker. They throw a simple out pattern. Frank, the cornerback, reads it. The ball's a little late in coming, and he steps in and makes the interception and is off for the touchdown. You get the feeling that the Orlando players are just playing faster and harder than the Birmingham players.
Everything a step faster. Birmingham missed a 42-yard field goal. The Thunder come back down the field, and Mitchell makes a great scramble here.
You know, and they got a blitz on, and Hunter comes free and has got him, but Mitchell again steps around, scrambles, keeps his eye down the field, hits Willie Davis for a touchdown again.
All right, now what, if anything, can Orlando try to do here to reverse this?
I don't know what they're going to do, but you got to look at Chan Gailey trying to do a great job of keeping alive, keeping the belief that his football team can come back. The first thing I think they have to do is just relax at halftime, not play with a worried look on their face. Hope something good happens early, get them going again.
All right, well, we'll see how evangelical Chan Gailey really was at halftime. When we come back, the second half is next from Orlando on USA.
Get down! To save his family,
Sean Miller escaped.
Jack Ryan must play a deadly game.
I don't care what you have to do. You just get him.
Harrison Ford, Patriot Games, rated R. The games begin June 5th.
You were here. He has the traveler's checks here. That is the problem. Well, was. Now there's American Express traveler's checks for 2. The first checks either of you can use. Don't leave home without them.
This quality adjustable bed costs 50% less than these 3 quality flatbeds. 50% less. Yet Craftmatic offers these advantages over flatbeds. First, it adjusts electrically at the touch of a button. So you can read in bed, watch TV in bed, snack, chat on the phone, do a crossword puzzle, and relax and sleep in wonderful comfort. Plus, if you suffer from low back pain or edema or swelling of the legs, unlike any ordinary flatbed, an adjustable bed may temporarily provide relief. Call toll-free to receive this free adjustable bed catalog by mail. Get the facts about the adjustable bed that costs 50% less than all 3 of these quality flatbeds. 50% less. Call for your free catalog now.
Call toll-free 1-800-231-6600. That's 1-800-231-6600. Call toll-free 1-800-231-6600.
The Budweiser Halftime Report has been brought to you by Budweiser, the king of beers. With that clean, crisp, cold taste, nothing beats a Bud.
Well, you know what, John? Your prediction did not come true. They're still awake here.
Yeah, they are awake and they're enjoying it. And it's too bad they didn't get this kind of a crowd early in the year, because I think they'd have kept coming back, because Orlando is an exciting football team, and they're certainly playing at their best tonight.
Eddie Britton will field the second half kick for the Birmingham Fire. And he finds some nice running room, and Eddie Britton is out near the 40. Tackle made by Mike Nettles of Orlando. Of course, the big number, 32-0 on the scoreboard. Here are the rest of the first half numbers. Yeah, look at that. Look at time of possession. How meaningless that can be.
Yeah, that is a meaningless stat for the most part. It's just the fact that Birmingham had to get away from their game plan. They had 20 yards rushing, which is, it's just, you just can't have that if you're that kind of a football team. And worse than that, 32 yards passing after a lot of passes.
32 points by Orlando, 16 by the offense, and 16 by either the defense or special teams. Mike Norseth. Not a good decision. Norseth would probably have been better off running that football.
Yeah, that looked like a lateral almost. Again, trying to, you get yourself in this place. You try to find big plays, and you try to have that thing in your head. I got to make something happen, and you almost had a disaster there.
Chan, 114, 115 goes to the weak side on out of hot. 115, 114. Okay.
They lose 2 yards on the pass to Britton. Second down and 12. Norseth will run this. And he goes out of bounds standing up. And again, Glenn Rogers going up to talk to him a little bit, but Norseth gains some yards there, gains 6.
Here's a look at a coach just desperately trying to find something that works.
128 sweet. Tony D.
You get in that position, and all of a sudden the numbers on those play cards start getting blurry. You can't read and you can't think, and you just have to keep fighting.
Getting eaten up.
And he certainly hasn't had much luck so far in this game either.
Down. Just completely abandoned any pretense of running the football. Give it out to the H-back Avery here. Schoenwolf pulling, but Orlando stops it shy of the first down. Carl Dunbar.
Well, here's a big decision for Chan, and whether to go for it now. He's going with the punting game, it looks like, or maybe a fake punt.
Well, he's got fourth down and really only a yard. So Kirk Maggio to do the punting, and again Birmingham getting a good kick return. They started the half in good field position, but unable to capitalize. And that man scored 2 touchdowns in the first half. Ten-man rush coming here by Orlando. Peeled back now. Maggio again, another low line drive punt. Oh, and Joe Howard Johnson came close to getting through on that one. He was tripped up by Junior Jackson. 35-yard punt and a 10-yard return.
Anytime you punt the ball that low, the receiver gets a chance to attack the defense. They're almost going in opposite directions there, and that's what you're begging for when you're looking for punt returns, and they almost had the break again.
When these two teams met 2 weeks ago, they had a real controversial play when Maggio punted a ball that went into the end zone, was batted back into the field of play by Birmingham. Everyone assumed it was a down ball, but Joe Howard Johnson picked it up and ran it 90 yards for a score. Flags down as Darryl Clack carries to the 30.
It's going to be offsides on Birmingham. Again, give the Thunder 1st and 5.
Pelham McDaniel's the man that jumped.
Okay, had man on the last one on 3rd down, cover 3, made it look like 0 extra back, but it was cover 3. Say that again now. 2nd down was cover 3. He made it look like 0 extra back. Right. It was cover 3. And the first one was the same. I couldn't. I think it was just base 3. Okay. They just played zone then. Yeah. Right. except for the third down.
And Chan Gailey talking about Orlando's defense. The Thunder offense clicks. Mitchell to Howard Johnson. That's nearer a first down. James Henry on the tackle.
Up too quick, not setting up his block.
But it is a first down.
Inside and bounce it out.
It almost looks like now, John, you see his concentration wandering a bit.
That's the hard thing. You just can't keep the negative thoughts from coming in. And it's, try as you will, it's pretty tough.
Thunder are going to have to hurry to get this first down playoff in time. And Mitchell does. One on the play clock. And he splits that to Ford. And he is inside the 15. Chris Ford. Another perfectly thrown ball by Scott Mitchell.
Before this game, I wondered a little bit about Scott Mitchell's ability to throw that ball in the vertical passing game down the field. But, boy, he is pretty much proven. Look at that throw. That's about a 25 or 30-yard pass down the field, right on the money, and he had a lot of speed on that ball. Very impressive.
50 yards on the pass from Mitchell to Ford. And now Orlando. They're right back with Roger Vick. And he's tackled for a loss.
Yeah, it'd be nice if you could put these points in the bank from now on. Say, well, we'll save that and give us 7 to start the game. Here's a helmet cam. Hunter, the safety, again, watch him come up. Recognized run, come up and fill. Strong safeties have to be tacklers. They've got to be perhaps the toughest guys in the field. Two.
Flip out is incomplete. Mitchell trying to hit Joe Howard Johnson. He was hit himself by Maurice Oliver, who had a real good year for Birmingham. In fact, Gene Smith, their defensive coordinator, felt that he was the guy that was overlooked for the All-World League team.
Well, he didn't take the fake at all. He came up the field and after the quarterback. That's one of the reasons when they've given the ball to the back, that cutback play has worked underneath the outside backer who's coming up the field.
Pete Hurt and Stanley King on the side send in the defensive signals for Birmingham.
Go out. No, regular.
Third down at 11. Wow. Johnson was just standing there, and then he got popped by Arthur Hunter when the ball arrived.
Well, it was a pattern. I think the primary receiver got bumped and got knocked off the pattern, and Scott was just sitting there waiting for something to happen. Here we look at Art Hunter. We get a chance to look and listen to him. Here he's down, playing safety. You see the ball coming. He reacts to it, makes a play. Nice play, Art.
We couldn't see his eyes, but I'll bet you they got awfully big when he saw a free shot. Had a receiver there. Field goal try of 30 yards. Another high snap. Criswell put it down nicely. I tell you, Criswell's been an unsung hero today. He's hit on some high snaps nicely, and Bennett kicks it through. John Robert Holland, I rate.
Well, he got held on that last one.
35-0, Orlando.
It's the first week of spring training, and a bunch of nice old ladies show up.
Say cheese. Wonderful.
Nice, until we started working out.
You call that exercising?
Hey, Grandma, I don't see you doing it.
We finished? In your dreams, homeboy.
Finally, cold buds for everybody.
Attaboy.
Introducing Tire Foam from Armor All. One spray, and even old tires look great. Kind of makes you wish we made car foam, doesn't it? New Tire Foam from Armor All. Just spray, walk away.
River Run, Shimmering Bay, Crystal Lake, Aqua Sea, Kawasaki, it's where I wanna be.
If where you want to be is where the action is, hop on a Kawasaki watercraft. Either the jet ski sport cruiser or the tandem sport will give you all the excitement that two of you can handle.
Kawasaki. Let the good times roll. Kawasaki.
All of them wearing lime green. Did you ever think you'd see that day in your life, John, when a professional sports team would be so attired?
You know, the lime green looks pretty good right now. Yeah. You know, it's funny, whenever a team is playing good, everything about them looks good.
Well, you see something that we haven't seen this year. Sean Moore appears to be poised to enter the game for Birmingham on this possession. Tracy Bennett kicking it. This will be a run back chance for Eddie Britton from the goal line. Flag flying from behind, and Britton stopped shy of the 20. Wayne Dixon on the tackle for Orlando.
And there's a penalty which is going to set them back further. They're going to start their offensive around their own 10 here. You know, I think it's maybe subconscious that referees, when you're losing and not playing well, the referees just seem to focus in on you and add to the misery that you have. And, of course, part of it is that you're not playing well and making those kind of errors. We're going to see Sean Moore for the first time this season, really.
Illegal block in the back, above the waist during the return. Number 51, half the distance to the goal, first down.
Junior Jackson of Birmingham is the offender there. Mike Norseth, 6 out of 17 for 30 yards. He punted on the quick kick for 56. He punted for more than he passed tonight.
Well,
that kind of night.
One of those nights. Sean Moore.
Because if you scan it.
Starting from the 9-yard line. And Moore flips it out to Kirkpatrick, complete. And he's out to the 14. So a 5-yard gain. This is LeChan Galen.
Orange left, hot 628 wheel under.
Be ready, okay? Rick.
Well, he's got a new quarterback in there, a man who really hasn't done much for a while. He's got to go in and have fun. Looks like he is having fun. I'm impressed with that kind of a look. Just, hey, gang, let's just go out and do it and let it happen. He was a great quarterback at Virginia.
Sean Moore led Virginia to the brink of a national championship in 1990. Flips that one out incomplete.
Again, there's that blitz where they just can't pick everybody up, and it gives the quarterback no chance at all to throw the ball. Now they're coming up on 3rd and 5 again, deep in their own territory.
3rd and 5. Okay, here we go. Let's go with the 209 dig post. Orange left, hot 209 dig post.
Why did Joe step down in there like that?
It's a lot of questions tonight.
Yeah, you heard the coaches upstairs, you know, questioning the decision on pass blocking. Here comes that blitz again, it looks like.
Well, they fall back. Only a 4-man rush. And the pass very high and incomplete. Willie Boyer, the intended receiver. Boyer has not caught a pass tonight. The number 2 receiver in the World League all year with 57 catches. None tonight. And again, 3 downs and out for Birmingham.
The sad thing about a night like this for this team is they've done so well and they've played so hard and they've won so many clutch games, and it's just embarrassing to have it go so badly for you on your last time out.
Maggio standing a yard into the end zone. Joe Howard Johnson, this time a little better kick. The coverage is better.
Look out.
And still Joe Howard Johnson managed to escape several would-be tacklers and got it back close to midfield. Well, he's smiling. It's been that kind of night. The Orlando Thunder staring straight at a trip to the World Bowl.
This year, the Lake Edna Players present the Wild West Review. Tonight, director Lauren Clark tried to motivate her cast of cowboys with new KFC honey barbecue chicken. Fried chicken glazed in a special sauce with a touch of honey. The chicken was unbelievable, as were a few of the performances. Try the 2-piece honey barbecue roundup meal, just $2.99, or the 8-piece meal, just $9.99 for a limited time in Lake Edna or your neck of the woods.
Straight answers from Sally Struthers on ICS.
Sally, will I really make more money after I train through ICS?
Just compare your present salary with the money you could be making in any ICS career.
Sally, can I really train at home?
Absolutely. Over 10 million men and women have. Just call this number for free facts on any one of these courses. High school, TV, VCR repair, child daycare, computer programming, electrician, veterinary assistant, medical dental office, bookkeeping, legal assistant, interior decorating, drafting, hotel restaurant management, learning the personal computer, or get your degree. You can major in business management or accounting.
When is the best time to start?
There's no time like the present, so call now.
Call now for the free information Sally Struthers spoke about. Then decide if you want to train at home for a better career, to make more money. Call 1-800-382-2500. There is no obligation. No salesman will visit you. Call 1-800-382-2500.
When you watch TV, you like to see lots of big names, right? Hey, they're on USA.
They got a wide out the turn, I guess.
And I thought by now Pete Kuharczyk would be over there telling, hey, guys, I got a great restaurant in Montreal. We're going to have dinner there Tuesday night. A table in the back, nice red wine.
Nah, when you're winning, you love to talk about it.
Roger Vick carries on the first down play for Orlando. We have 7:25 to go in the third. There's Charlie Bailey in front. He is the defensive coordinator for the Orlando Thunder.
Well, things are going Charlie's way. Now he can sit there and kind of pick his nose and kind of say, hey, this game's not too hard.
I never knew that was part of the coach's job description, Joe.
Oh, that's a sign you're way ahead.
Second down. And nice reversal of field by Davis. And Willie Davis is down inside the 40. Yeah, what's fun about the World League, if you're winning, and not so fun if you're like Arthur Hunter, whose helmet cam we see right now. 36-man rosters, you get a game like this, you got to play it out. There are no reserves to come and finish for you.
You can't say, hey, you take it for a series. You know, I think the salvation of the World League may be, in fact, what's happened to Scott Mitchell here this season. Here's a guy that started this season inexperienced in professional football, has had a great season.
Oh, well, he got that over Tracy Sanders and right into the gut of Grannis Bell, but John Miller broke it up.
Ted, this is a great display of passing. We're seeing this guy put the ball on the money all over the field, to the left side, to the right side, short passing, long passing, scrambling. Watch this ball go right over his face. That's a beautiful throw.
They would have been out of bounds.
Getting out of bounds. But that throw was
Yep.
exactly what. And don't tell me anything about the competition in the World League. That's executing the quarterback position well.
Roger Vick brought down for a big loss. Arthur Hunter made the hit for Birmingham. Once again, the head Hunter through helmet cam.
Well, we've enjoyed a look through helmet cam this year. It's one of the most innovative things to come into sports television. You see what the player sees, and you get a feel of what the football game is like. Art Hunter, who's a very tough football player, you get a look right in his eyes, and I think that's marvelous. Television.
As we are wont to remind people, the Emmy Award-winning helmet cam. Third down. And 15 here from the Birmingham 45. Blitz coming on Mitchell. This time he can't get away. And there's still the pass almost caught by Willie Davis, and now a flag is thrown. Let's see, thrown with an offensive lineman standing down the field. Let's see if that was the
well, it's going to come up fourth down. I think they'll decline that and try to get the ball back as soon as possible.
Yeah, there are a couple offensive linemen standing out there inside the 40, and that's what the call is. But that'll be declined, and Birmingham will get the ball back via a punt.
Ineligible lineman on the offense, number 68 downfield. Penalty is declined. Fourth down.
Tom White, a veteran NFL official, the officiating, I think, in this league has been good this year, and it's again a great opportunity for young officials in the NFL to get a chance to learn and perform and improve.
one just sneaks in from Ray Criswell, a punt in the end zone. So Birmingham will start from the 20-yard line with 4 minutes and 50 seconds to play in the third quarter. Orlando started early, and they have been relentless, leading 35-0.
You were here. He has the traveler's checks here. Uh-oh. Well, now there's American Express traveler's checks for two. The first checks either of you can use. Don't leave home without them.
This is the time to use Ace Paint. Hey, Ace knows what it takes to make great paint because Ace makes its own. Ace Paint, top quality in every drop, guaranteed.
Ace 7-Star, their best interior flat latex, is just $10.97 a gallon.
Another reason Ace is the place for you.
A 6-year-old in her first two-wheeler. My favorite kind of customer. But no sooner do they take off her training wheels than someone takes off with her bike. So her father calls the police, and then Citibank Visa. Well, the bike never turns up, but it turns out Citibank has a program that replaces it free. I see what Citibank does for their customers. That's why I became one.
Not just Visa, Citibank Visa.
Unleash yourself in the mind maze. Free your imagination. Escape your reality. Can you win in the mind maze? It's a perfect place. Drift into another world where everything is what you make it. It's magic. It's the mind maze. The mind maze, where it's all in your imagination. Call 1-900-933-9283. Adults 18 and over only. $5 per minute.
7 strangers linked by a secret past, haunted by a madman bent on revenge. Ronnie McDowell, Deadly Game. Saturday at 2/1 Central.